Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Football versus Maths. As you can see, things look a little bit different this week. That's because we're kind of moving house. Not everything has arrived. As you can see, I don't have the green screen yet, so sorry about that. Hopefully, that will all be back up and running again for the next episodes. But for now, I'm going to have to do it like this. Probably is a little bit echoey as well, so my apologies for that. But that should all be fixed now for the next ones. So welcome anyway to this episode. This is the episode about the Dutch Eredivisie, episode number 15. Let's get started. Alright guys, welcome back. So here we are. We're doing stuff a little bit different this week. Obviously, as I just mentioned, I'm in the middle of a move, so my setup is not the way I'd like it to be, but hopefully you can also bear with me through this week. Also, I've decided to add an extra slide, looking back at last week's results. So here you can see all the predictions we had last week, the results, and the green success stamps beside the ones that we got correct, right? Just to give you a bit of an idea of how we were doing. Also, what we've decided to do this week is mix it up a little bit, and we've decided to place every single bet in the correct result column, or whatever you want to call it, category, and then we only placed the score predictions when they gave value, right? So as I said, we're testing here, so we're mixing it up a little bit, but that's what we did. So moving on to the first match. What you can see here, let's go. The very first match we're looking at is Vitesse versus Heracles. Vitesse just came off a 2-1 loss against Ajax. Heracles drew against PSV. Last two times they played, Vitesse won one and they drew the other. Here we're expecting Vitesse to win again. We're going for a 2-1. That's our prediction. And as I kind of explained earlier on, even though we're not getting the expected value here, we still accepted this bet anyway, and we're going to do it anyway, right? Just to kind of mix things up a little bit and just see how we get on if we were to place all of these bets. And when it comes to the correct score, we were not seeing value and we're not placing that one here. Okay, just to give you a bit of an idea. So that's going to be a bit different this week. So we're placing one bet here, and that is the correct score, that is Vitesse to win. All right, moving on to the next one. For the next one, we're looking at RKC Waalwijk versus PEC Zwolle. Waalwijk just came off 3-1 loss against Utrecht. Zwolle just beat Sparta 4-0. Last time they played, it was a draw, and we're expecting a draw here again today. We're expecting a 1-1 draw. If we have a look, we were actually getting the value here, so no need to place the bet, or force the bet. We were going to place it anyway, so we're going for a draw. When it comes to the correct score, we were not getting the value, so we're not going to place this one, right? So just again, here, one bet, and this bet is a draw. Okay, moving on to the next one, VVV-Venlo versus ADO Den Haag. Venlo just coming off a loss against Heerenveen. ADO Den Haag coming off a loss against Feyenoord. The last time they played against each other, or last two times I guess, they won one each. Last one being from Den Haag. Today though, however, we're expecting VVV-Venlo to win 2-1. And if we look at the expected value again, we were not seeing it. However, as we said, we're placing it anyway this week. Right, so we've accepted that one and we're placing VVV-Venlo to win. When it comes to the exact score, not getting a value, we're not placing that one. All right, moving on. Next one up, FC Twente versus FC Emmen. Twente just beat Groningen 3-1. Emmen drew against Willem II. The last time they played against each other was a draw. The time before that, Emmen won. But today we're going to go with a win for Twente. We're predicting a 2-1 win for Twente. Once again, we were not getting the value, placing it anyway, right? So we're betting here on Twente to win. Not getting it for the 2-1, so we're not placing the exact score bet here. Okay, next one on the list. FC Groningen versus Ajax. Groningen just lost against Twente. Ajax just beat Vitesse. And head-to-head, the last time they actually played, Groningen won. Not today though. Today we're expecting Ajax to win. We're expecting 2-1. And obviously we're placing this one, as promised, we're going to do all week in all leagues. And yeah, for expected value for the exact score, we're not getting it, we're not placing it. So anyone new to the channel, this week is a bit different because we're placing all the correct results, I guess. Normally we'd be looking for expected value, right? So what I mean by that is, even though we do believe our bet is a good bet, we might not place the actual bet just because we're not getting the value from the bookies, right? If the bookies expect exactly the same thing we do, usually they won't give us the reward we're looking for, so we'll just steer clear and we'll not place it at all. However, this week we're mixing it up. So yeah, one bet here again. All right, next one on the list. Next one on the list is VVV versus Feyenoord. So, okay, let's have a look here. VVV is coming off a draw against Emmen. Feyenoord just beating ADO Den Haag 4-2. Last time they played, or actually the last 2 times they played, Feyenoord won. And we're expecting them to win here again today. So we're going for a 2-1 for Feyenoord. So that's the one. Obviously, Feyenoord to win, placing that one. The exact score of 2-1 we're not placing because we're not getting the value. All right. Next one up, Sparta versus AZ. Sparta won their last match 4-0, quite convincing. Alkmaar, on the other hand, drew. Actually, the last 2 matches from Alkmaar were a draw. Last time they played, Sparta won, but before that, Alkmaar, and we are going with Alkmaar again today, 2-1. No value, placing it anyway. All right, let's move on. Okay, next one up. It's PSV versus Fortuna Sittard. PSV beat Rosenborg 2-0. Fortuna Sittard coming off a draw. The last 2 times they played against each other, PSV won 5-0. We're going for a 3-1 here today. So not as convincing as the 5-0, but still a good win for PSV. And obviously we're going to place the bet, the PSV to win. Not going for the 3-1 here because we're not getting the value. All right, that was the Dutch Eredivisie for this week. Obviously, please don't forget to like and subscribe. You would really help out the channel a lot. I know it's a bit chaotic this week, but hopefully next week everything will be back to normal. And also what we're going to be trying to do next week is we're trying to record them earlier. At the beginning of the week, so you actually have more times to watch the videos before the matches kick off during the weekend. So I hope you like that. Yeah, that's it for this one, and catch us in the next leagues. All right, guys. Bye-bye.